afternoon, good evening, my followers, my viewers, depending on you're watching from. Issa Baby is back again. So today Issa Baby is talking about drug abuse. First of all, what is drug? Drug is any chemical substance that, when which taken into the body, normalizes the body or takes it back to its former state of being normal from abnormality. Okay, what is abuse? Abuse is the misuse of objects, is the use or is the wrong use of objects. So now what is drug abuse? Drug abuse is the illegal taking of drug or is the excessive taking of drug for no reason at all. Okay, there are different forms of drug abuse. People abuse a lot of drugs. For instance, parents give their children drugs which they don't read the pamphlet. They also take drugs without being prescribed from doctors. For instance, in my case, I usually sneeze and cough a lot after drinking cold water and cold drinks, and my mom doesn't know about that. So whenever she sees me sneezing or coughing, she just gives me malaria medicines. And after taking those malaria medicines, I feel okay. So I got used to the since I got used to the aspect of taking malaria medicine and feeling okay, I go to the first aid box and I take it by myself without letting her know that I'm going to take such drugs. So for some time I kept doing that continuously, and then my immune system got used to malaria medicines. So even when the real malaria comes and I take those tablets, it doesn't work. Now I have to go for injections and drip before I can be able to go back to the normal state I was, like my immune system becomes normal. I have to go for drips and injections. Okay, after that, my immune system has already gotten used to the tablet, so it doesn't work when I take tablets. I have to resort into drips and so what I'm trying to say here is, parents, please don't give your children medicines without being prescribed by doctors, without reading the pamphlet. And children, don't also go to first aid box or don't also go take medicines without telling your parents you're taking it or without reading pamphlets. Parents, also keep your medicines away from children, because there was a case of a child who came back from school and was looking for sweet something to take, and he remembered his mom gave him a cough medicine the last time that was very sweet, so he went to the first aid box, took the cough medicine from there and drank without knowing the side effects of that. So he slept for a really long time, and his parents were worried about him, without knowing that he went to take the cough medicine which they kept in the first aid box, which they didn't keep far away. So please keep medicines away from reach of children, and children, don't also go to take medicines that you're not supposed to take without being prescribed by doctors. And some medicines, even we need to check the pamphlet so that we know the kind of dosage, the weight of the child you want to give the medicine to, the weight written there. And some medicines, their weights are really high that baby cannot take it, so it has to be broken into two and all that. So when you read the pamphlet, you will know the weight of the child and the weight you're supposed to give that child and other stuff like that. And also, when prescribed by the doctor, it gives you a better knowledge. For those who can't read, you can just take it to a nearby chemist to prescribe for you, so you don't give your child overdose, because it's not everybody that's opportune to go to school, and it's not everybody that knows how to read and write. So just take it to a nearby chemist to help you read it. It's better that way than giving something you don't know to your children, especially when you see them sneezing. You say, okay, take this one is for sneezing, take this one is for cold, it's for catarrh, it's for malaria, it's for this, without knowing exactly what's wrong with that child. Most times you take the child to the lab to check out what's wrong with that child, because many symptoms like vomiting, stooling, cough, catarrh, sneezing, and high temperature, they have different forms of different illness. So if you don't take the child to a lab to be tested and like to run different tests, you won't know what's exactly wrong with that child. Different illness have the same symptoms, so you might not be really sure of what's wrong with that child unless you run several tests on that child. So if you run the tests and get prescribed medicines, that advantages of drug abuse. There are so many disadvantages. For those that like abusing pain reliefs, those pain reliefs actually give ulcer, very dangerous ulcer. Most times drug abuse can also affect someone mentally and psychologically. It also gives someone mental imbalance. It causes different kind of illnesses such as kidney stone, and damages the liver and all that. Please stay away from drug abuse. Also follow your girl Issa Baby on Facebook, share, like, comment on my page, recommend my page, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.